tortured and alone.
What's going on, guys? Dawko back again. Hope you're all fantastic today. And Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie is now available digitally online. I got mine on Amazon. I really wanted to do an Easter egg video for the FNAF 2 movie, just going over all of the Easter eggs scattered around the movie because there's some really cool ones. Just a fun little video. So let's get straight into it. If you listen closely at this scene, can you guys hear that? It sounds like the FNAF 2 office.
Welcome back.
Am I insane? I don't know. Maybe I'm going insane. I don't know. This is one of the best intros for a movie I've seen in a very, very long time. And the first thing I want to talk about is when William Afton says,
don't forget to stay around to the very end for a great big surprise.
I'm pretty sure this is intentional. Because obviously at the end of the movie you stay till the credits. Springtrap's there. That's the big surprise. So these are the first Easter eggs. Can I like get rid of this pause thing or not? We've got Candy's Fishing, Pop Goes Adventure, and Freddy and Friends. And that's the 8-bit FNAF world footage. I actually recorded that, guys. I'm going to say that right now. I know it's nothing major, but I actually recorded that footage for Scott to use for the movie. So, yeah. All of the art looks great. Interesting that they use Freddy and Friends instead of FNAF World. Because even the art at the top is FNAF World. You've got the bounce pot, FNAF World Freddy, and Dee Dee on the right. First time I watched the film, I saw these. So I was very happy for Candy and Pop Goes. So yeah, great. Really, really cool. I really like that. Also, guys, if I do miss any Easter eggs, please let me know in the comment section. These are just the ones that I've noticed watching the film a few times. Pizzeria under investigation. Local PD sets up a task force. Questions meant to what happened at Freddy's. President is under scrutiny following a distressing incident that occurred on Wednesday evening. The incident which left the child with minor injuries. Company to initiate investigation to the safety of its... It's crazy how he got away with it, right? Girl blamed for accident. Foul play. Suspected. Suspect denies blame, offers condolences. So yeah, they did. Details surrounding the event remain unclear. So they did start to think like, hold on, this isn't right. So they did investigate it, but how are they going to know what happened? Nobody witnessed what happened to Charlotte, apart from William Afton. And the kid, though. The kid survived. The kid who Charlotte saved, so... Did he not get asked what went on? Officials clear Fazbear's. They say that the child entered restricted area, which she did. She did enter the restricted area, to be fair. So that's what their excuse was. Like, you know, she shouldn't have gone in there. It was restricted and she got injured. The new Freddy's promise bigger and better experience. So this is the FNAF 1 location. So, yeah, after Charlotte got killed, they closed it. And they opened a new location. So, yeah. The FNAF 1 movie location opened a few months later. So they built a brand new location a few months after the River Freddy's. These articles are cool. I actually really enjoy reading those articles. So people were saying at the back of, on the board behind, I don't know, what do you guys think? People were telling me this looks like the sister location map. I don't really see it, I can't lie. You can see why people did think that. It's kind of similar, I guess. Yeah, I don't see it. Let me know what you guys think. I'll put a comparison between the two. Like, kind of similar, but no. I was trying to look around if, I just noticed Piper's Chica had a cowboy hat on. I didn't even notice that. Can I just say, I know this is an Easter egg video, but Wayne Knight is so good in this. I was trying to see if there's like any other like people making robots or some guys to mimic. Oh my God.
Oh. Maybe not.
So there's the next Easter egg, guys. You obviously know what that's from. But if you don't, here it is.
Tortured and alone.
Freddie Carter is the amazing Michael Afton. And I love his little badge too. His badge is gorgeous. Security officer for Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. The next Easter egg? I don't know, connection with FNAF 4 that everybody talks about is this box. Everybody thinks that this is a direct connection with the FNAF 4 box that Scott did intentionally. Because inside this box, bag of marbles. Who are these bag of marbles from? Are these Vanessa's? Got the notebook, again, or like a drawing book. We've got a mirror. And of course, Garrett's playing. Every time William Afton killed a victim at the location, or Garrett gave Vanessa an item from each victim. So Garrett's playing. This could have been Susie's mirror, Gabriel's marbles, or Jeremy's notepad, drawing book. Do you know what I mean? So it is very interesting, and we can, you know, I feel like that's the best theory at the moment to what's inside the FNAF 4 box. So yeah, have a think about that. This is a very interesting photo. So obviously we can see William Afton, Mrs. Afton, Michael Afton, and Vanessa. But for some reason, Vanessa's like walking away from the photo. And that's very interesting. And I don't really know why she's walking away from the photo family portrait. Is there a deeper meaning to this? Freddy Fazbear version 3.0. This looks like it's the FNAF 1 animatronics, because you've got to think the first version was the prototypes, the withered animatronics, withered Freddy. Then it was Toy Freddy, and then it's FNAF 1 Freddy. You know, this is when he's starting to make the FNAF 1 location, the FNAF 1 movie location. Circus Baby! Let's go! So iconic. And the way Circus Baby looks at Vanessa is so terrifying. It's interesting though, because Circus Baby here, like everyone was like, oh my god, Circus Baby's got green eyes. And she does right here. It's interesting how when Circus Baby's eyes light up, they are blue. So I don't know if that's intentional or not, but they light up blue instead of green. I love that. It's such a good scene. It's such a terrifying scene.
You will always be mine.
You will always be mine. Seems deeper to me, like this whole nightmare sequence, like flashback. How he's saying like, you'll always be mine. You have a purpose.
I don't hate you, but you need to stay out of my way.
Oh my god! But yeah, the wonderful line from Ultimate Custom Night. One of the puppets' voice lines. Very cool. They did such a good job on the set for the FNAF location. Like this FNAF 2 office looks so good. And they've got the paper pals as well. I know it's briefly there for a millisecond, but they are there, the paper pals. And yeah, like the original drawings from the FNAF 2 game. Yeah, at the back where the map is of the River Freddy's, there's a mask. A Freddy Fazbear mask, but not the big head that's on the chair when Mike comes in. I thought the code that Vanessa was going to say was going to be like RXQ, something sort of like to reference like Shadow Bonnie, but it wasn't. I don't know if it means anything. CD. I thought it was going to say CD plus, like an Easter egg of the cheat code to beat the knights in FNAF. I ain't even got to say anything, guys. Corey Kenshin is a cameo. Back again as a taxi driver. He's got to come back for FNAF 3.
You gotta
He's got to come back again.
Kid, get out of this cab
this.
right now.
I hear secrets that you keep when you're talking in it. They've just played that at the radio, which is cool. And this is the only time we see Toy Chico without a beak. That's the only time we see it for the whole film. I wish we got to see more of Toy Chico beakless, like when she attacked people or something. But unfortunately we don't, because, you know, that's quite iconic in the FNAF 2 games. But at least we got it once.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Chico, you...
If you guys want to read any of these articles, feel free. Because it's a full-on article about him. Designed to be lifelike, Afton's animatronics are his crowning achievement and have become the stars of his pizzeria, equipped with a range of movements and even voices. Freddy Fazbear, Bonnie, Chica and Foxy are brought to life in a way that have never been seen before. These robots have all become beloved characters. Afton's ambitions don't stop here, though. He is excited about the potential for his future creations. He recently started to experiment with new ideas and technology, looking for new ways to improve and innovate. He always has new characters in development, as well as fun new surprises for his restaurant. He also has ruled expanding into new spaces. Basically talking about he's always experimenting with new things and stuff. So, yeah, Circus Baby. Henry's great in this as well, Skeet. I can't wait to see more of him in FNAF 3, hopefully. I'm very excited for that. My babies. The withered animatronics. I love you guys. I love this scene, for example. I feel like it would have been better if Chica didn't have a beak. Would have been more scary. A bit more of a scare factor without a beak. Or she, like, took off her beak and instead of, like, squishing his head, which was still cool, you know, bit his head off or something instead. So it's interesting now how that mask has gone from the River Freddy's map, and now it's a new mask. So I don't know. I'm just going to theorize here. I feel like those scenes were filmed at different dates. When Piper's filming her stuff at the office with Toy Chica, I feel like that was filmed at a different stage to this one. Like, I feel like that was filmed, like, maybe at the start of production, and they changed the mask. That's what I'm going to theorize. They changed the mask from just being like a little plastic mask to an actual Jim Henson made mask. That's what I'm theorizing. All right, guys, the next Easter eggs. Stop. There they are. My buddies, Razbowski and 8-Bit Ryan. 8-Bit Ryan as Freddy Fazbear and Razbowski as Chica. Looking at Freddy, absolutely terrified, which I react like that too, to be honest. There he is. That's Kellen, guys, right there. That's Kellen Goff, which is kind of ironic because he voices Toy Freddy too, but they're both here at the same time. But yeah, like this whole scene was huge, but he's back again. Kellen's there. This whole thing was huge. They had literally everything just for this one scene. It's pretty crazy. You know, you guys saw the behind the scenes vlogs that we did. Like, they went all out just for this 30-second scene, which is crazy. It's crazy how films work, right? This whole scene took the whole night to film. You know, it's crazy. Also, people are trying to look out for Shadow Freddy, but there's no Shadow Freddy. Like, nobody's found it yet. So it's very interesting that Scott decided to not show Shadow Freddy, but Shadow Bonnie. I don't know. I think I missed this, but when Mike says who designed this location anyway, I feel like that was a little hint to Scott Cawthon with FNAF 2. When everybody first played FNAF 2 and then on the trailers and stuff, there's no doors this time. I was like, what? So I love that little reference. If it was intentional. Shadow Bonnie Easter egg in the FNAF 2 movie in its full beauty. So yeah, that was edited in. Shadow Bonnie does not exist in real life. We didn't see him at the set anyway, unless he was a ghost. But yeah, they edited this in. This is literally the model from FNAF 2. The image from FNAF 2. And yeah, this was a blink you'll miss it moment. I remember the first time seeing it, me and Matt Pat were like, oh, Shadow Bonnie, Shadow Bonnie. But like other people were like, what are you guys talking about? What are you talking about? So yeah, this is literally a blink you'll miss it Easter egg, which I really liked. Every time I watched it, there was a few gasps in the audience. And some other people were like, what? So I loved that. Well, my favorite Easter egg, even if it is not an Easter egg, is Circus Baby. This is the second to me, Shadow Bonnie. It's literally a blink, you'll miss it. And it's kind of crazy how he actually pointed at that wall. He didn't point at the corridor when he heard the laugh. He literally pointed at the wall where Shadow Bonnie was. So yeah, Mike did see something, which I really like. I like that a lot. Freddy pose. Just like the games. Just like the games. I really like that a lot. Nothing much more else to say. I just feel like that pose is so iconic in FNAF 2. Withered Freddy reaching over. Like, all this is so good. All of this is so good. I just wish it was longer. I hope we see the Withers again. I feel like we're going to see them at Fazbear Frights. I know I said this before, but I don't know. I just feel like we are going to see them again.
My name is Bonnie. Can we be friends, Debbie?
I love Toy Bonnie's voice in the movie. I really do. I feel like it suits Toy Bonnie. Very cute voice. Also, I really like the noises that the withered animatronics make. I don't think I've mentioned that yet. It's the lawyer from for the first movie.
Can I go with you?
Of course. You know, it looks like you might be needing a good lawyer.
Yeah, the puppet hiding in Toy Chica is so cool. And it made me think about Lefty. But the opposite of Lefty. The puppet's inside Toy Chica and she's controlling the animatronic. But the other side of it, with Lefty, the puppet's inside Lefty, but she's not controlling it. You know, she's trapped in there with the music box and stuff inside. So, yeah, very cool. I love that. Also, yeah, spring locks in there, which is very interesting. So the toys have spring locks in them. Don't know why, but they do. Maybe it's to show, like, that's how the puppet got inside. I don't know. Also, Piper did absolutely amazing as Abby Annette. I feel like it was so good. Same as McKenna. They both did great as being possessed by the puppet. But yeah, next Easter egg, guys.
What exactly goes on inside of your head?
Henry's music box.
No.
Which has a ballerina in. Whether that's a reference to Ballora or not, I don't know. They do look pretty similar. So, is it a Ballora reference? Again, another sister location character getting referenced. Someone made a very good point on Twitter, by the way. I had to go back at this. The signal rerouted. People are saying it wasn't the puppet. And this is actually Michael Afton. Because when they get reactivated, the light at the back's purple. So I kind of like that. So, you know, the theory is that maybe Michael Afton was working with the puppet together and manipulating her to, you know, continue Afton's work killing people. But now people are saying that Michael hacked these toys now and then takes control. It's me! We're actually here as well, by the way. We're here as well. All four of us are here walking down. There I am, me and Baz. Baz as Foxy, me as Bonnie. And yeah, I actually kept the Bonnie pin that I wore. So this is the exact same one. So technically I did steal a movie prop. But they said I could have it. Yeah, my little Bonnie badge. Right there. There I am, guys. And there's my Bonnie badge. And that was a real guitar, by the way. That was a real guitar. It was freaking heavy. But yeah, that was fun. Fun little cameo. And we basically, what me and Baz were talking about, we were talking about Toy Freddy. We're really happy. We were like, oh my God, Toy Freddy looks absolutely amazing. And I was like, I know, right? It looks so cool. So yeah, just there's my little cameo. We are FNAF! Little detail that some people might have missed is Michael Afton's badge is on the floor showing that he escaped. I know some people didn't see that the first time around. Neither did I, by the way. Second movie, I saw the badge. But yeah, that's Mike's badge showing that he's escaped somewhere. So we'll see him again in FNAF 3. This movie has so many good scenes. And this one, again, is a top tier scene for me. When the Fazbear Fright crew people salvage Springtrap. Now, obviously, I'm not going to show all the clip, but...
Yeah, I think I found one. I think I found a real one.
Yeah!
How is this?
I love that so much. FNAF 3 line from Phone Dude on the second night. So cool. This is great. This scene is so good. It's so good with the wind. So good, bro. I love it. Oh, the growl at the end as well. Very cool. Very cool end scene.
Leaving Dead Space. 3,
FNAF 6.
2, 1. This message is intended as a warning. Mike, I wish we'd had more time after our conversation about Charlotte, but I'm sending you this message now in case I can't deliver it in person. There are things you need to be aware of. I was William Afton's business partner for many years, and although the equipment I have left over from that time is outdated, I can still track some of the animatronics.
What animatronics?
Mike, the marionette... Mike, get out as fast as you can. She's coming for you.
So, obviously, Henry's not going to get killed there. That was clearly Vanessa, I think, going after Henry. Or it could have been Springtrap, I don't know. But, like, very interesting how Henry says more animatronics. So, what is he referring to? Is he referring to the sister location animatronics? Is he referring to Baby? Or is he referring to Spring Bonnie and Fredbear? We'll probably get this scene in the FNAF 3 movie of Henry recording this and him getting chased by Vanessa and him escaping or something. I don't know. Maybe it could be the start scene. Who knows? But yeah, those were all of the Easter eggs and little references in the FNAF movie. I hope you enjoyed today's video. It was fun going back and rewatching it. Obviously, I can't watch the whole film as much as I want to. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in this film that I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, it is out now, guys. I know it's out physically in February, and I'll be buying that too. I really hope they make like a super like special edition or something. That would be really cool, but I don't know. If I've missed any Easter eggs, guys, please let me know. I probably have. But yeah, just a fun video. I did say I was going to make this when it's out digitally, so yeah. Take care, lots of love, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.